How you doing? This is Dave Johnson, Grill Beast, and we're smoking up some ribs today, St. Louis style. All I do with the ribs is I open up the pack, I drain the blood, I don't wash off the meat or anything like that. And then sometimes with St. Louis style, you'll get them and they'll be really big around the edges and you have to trim them down a little bit. But these are pretty squared off good. So the only things we have to do is we'll trim up the back. We'll get this piece out of here. So you just trim that off like that. And we're not throwing this away. We're still eating this. Okay? So do that. Put that to the side. And then we take off the membrane on the back. Some people don't take it off. I pretty much always do. I can't think of when I don't. You know, as you do, you just kind of start it with your knife. Okay? Then you take a paper towel. And you just grab it, and you start peeling it away. Okay, now that is trash. Okay, you just grab it again, and you pull it off. There you go, it's that simple. So really, we're pretty much ready to throw some oil in here. Now, I talk about this often. A lot of people will put mustard on their meat before they season it, and the only reason they do it, it just helps the seasoning stick to the meat. At least that's the story. But what they don't consider is some seasonings need an oil to help it break down and penetrate the meat. So I always use vegetable oil or olive oil or something, and rub it on my meat before I season it. So that's what I have here. I just have some regular old vegetable oil, and just, you don't need a whole lot. You just need drizzle a little bit, rub it around. All right, so one of the things I did not mention is we're doing everything on our barrel house smoker. With the barrel house smoker, you can smoke about 6 racks of ribs at a time, which is more than enough for most families or even get-togethers. And we're just going to show you how easy it is to use this smoker to do your ribs. Okay, so I have it all oiled down, and then I'm using Harry Soul's seasoning, and it's called Slap Your Daddy Barbecue All-Purpose Championship Rub. All right. Now, I don't know if you don't know who Harry Soul is. He is kick-ass in the barbecue world when it comes to championships. So we just take, and you don't have to season a lot, okay? Because the pork tastes good on its own. You just want to add a layer of flavor, okay? So here you go. Get on here. We just flip it over. And season the other side. So you don't want to over season it. You want just enough. Now you can season it with whatever you want. I have actually never used this seasoning before, so this is going to be my first time trying it. I will let you know at the end of the video how good it is. Okay, so you got that, and it's pretty much ready. So the only thing you have to do now is just put your hooks on it. So whenever you do the hook and hang method on a barrel, you want to go like 3 ribs down. You just put your hook through there. Now, to be safe, you can double hook it, okay? So, and how you would do that, you just measure down, you put a hook through like this, measure down where that hoop is, and that's where you want that hook to go, okay? And so when it hangs, it'll hang like this, and so it's hanging by 2 ribs, and it's a lot safer. You don't have to worry about it maybe falling. So I already have the smoker going. It's humming along at 225. It's ready for me to hang this in, and that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, we're setting it at about 225 on the smoker. You don't have to add a ton of wood. You know, I used all natural briquettes from Stump Barbecue. I added just a couple chunks of apple wood to it. You don't want to over smoke your meat. You have to take in consideration who you're feeding. Some people don't like too much smoke, so you have to gauge that based on the experience of the people you're feeding. So you just come in here and you just hang it on the H rack, and it's good to go. It takes probably about 3 hours on here, which is another great thing about this smoker. A lot of times when you do ribs on a traditional smoker, you could be 5-6 hours. With this smoker, just the way it's built, it cooks everything faster. So we're going to check on it in a few hours and we'll be back. Okay, we're back. It's been 2.5 hours. The ribs are done, and so we're going to take them out and lay them out on our board. Okay, so see the smoke rolling. Now these are the 2 pieces that we trimmed off. Whoops, almost lost it. Now it does come with a little tool to help you pull these off of the H bracket. Okay, so you can see these things look beautiful. Some people use barbecue sauce on the ribs. I don't. I just like to rub on them. So anyway, okay, first thing we're going to do, I'm going to take the hooks out. Now, depending on who you talk to, you'll get different stories about how your ribs should turn out. Some people like fall off the bone ribs. Some people say, oh, it's got to have some tug. Really, it's however you like them or whoever you're feeding likes them. I actually like them both ways. I probably like them a little bit more fall off the bone than any other way. I never use a thermometer to tell when my ribs are done. You can kind of just look at how they're pulled back on the bone. Sometimes, depending on how they're cut, they're not going to pull back quite as much, like this one right here. So after you pull your ribs out, you want to cut them up. So you just flip them over so the meat side is down and the bones are up. And you want to slice kind of like beside the bone, okay? So each rib has 1 bone and the cut is up against the bone. Okay, so you can see right here, the bone's right there. And so you got all the meat mainly to one side. Right there, right there. So this is the small bone section. And I know it's still hot, but I'm gonna try it. Good. It's really good. And the Harry's Soul seasoning is fantastic. Look, if you found this video helpful, like it, share it, subscribe to our channel, and thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.